All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Enthusiast Experiment. This was popularly requested by one of your fellow enthusiasts, and it is, gotta get the notebook, the SmartFX Smart Light Bulb. If you guys are familiar with the channel, you may have seen the video where I unboxed this in the quarterly Kevin Rose box that I got. So I've had some hands-on time with it now. I wanted to make sure I gave it an accurate assessment, and we'll go through the little bullet points real quick and get into it. So it is a smart light bulb. Unlike most smart light bulbs that I've seen to date, this actually uses Bluetooth instead of Wi-Fi. So it is a Bluetooth smart light bulb. You can control it with the iPhone app, and I believe there's an Android one as well. Sorry, I forgot to check about that. Music can control the light. Right now, it's just on an auto cycle, just to give you guys something interesting to look at. But we'll run through some of the features. You can use it as an alarm to wake you up, so it'll actually get brighter when your alarm goes off to kind of simulate the sunrise. You can go into a strobe mode, which I'll show you briefly, but just beware, it is a strobe mode for all of you watching. This is $60, but they also have a Wi-Fi version, like I was mentioning, that is $70. So it's cool. The Bluetooth is a little bit cheaper and makes it, I guess, a little more accessible to everyone. And you can see that is what the app looks like, the little FX there. And we'll go ahead and click into it. And you can see right now I actually have it on color jumping. We'll just run through a couple of these real quick. So 7-color crossfade, you can actually control the speed by how fast that actually goes around. I'm hoping this is coming out for you. Sorry guys. Red gradual change, and it'll get darker and brighter. And then you can go into some of the crazy stuff like flashing, strobe flash. It's just nuts. Again, sorry, hope this comes out. The exposure is a little bit weird because I'm shooting into a light. Yeah. But what you can do is a lot more normal stuff too. So you can actually pick solid colors based on their color chart here, which is pretty cool. As you can see it kind of changing on the back wall there in real time. That's pretty nice. The biggest thing that I was concerned about was the on-off time. So when I pull out my phone and want to turn on my light, what does that look like? You can see we have the power button up here, and I'll go ahead and push it. Dims off, good to go. Push it again, comes on, ready to rock and roll. So you can see it's pretty quick. So I was impressed by that. It does fade on instead of like turn on, but that's fine. No big deal there. And just to give you guys a comparison, we'll go ahead and turn it off, like a hard off, because what you do is you actually leave the light on and you control it with the app. So you're always going to be turning on and off the light with this unless you hard power it. But then if you hard power it off, you will not be able to turn it on with the app. Hopefully that makes sense. But there's a hard off, as you can see, full off, hard on, still takes a minute to turn on. So it actually turns on a little bit quicker with the app itself. Needless to say, you will have to have Bluetooth enabled on your phone to be able to control the actual light itself. The reason I was kind of holding off on doing the review for so long is when I first got the bulb and downloaded the app, it was terrible. There was a lot of things that were really wrong with the app. It was really buggy. It was crashing all the time, and it may have been because I have the 6 Plus S, or 6 Plus, sorry, not the S. Or maybe because it's a new product, I don't know. But about 2 weeks, I guess, roughly after I got the light bulb itself, and started playing around with it, they released an update, and I have not had any problems since. So I did want to give them that benefit of a doubt that maybe there's an update coming, and it did. And it was actually pretty quickly after I got it. So overall, I'm pretty happy. Would I recommend paying $60 for one? It depends. For everyday use, probably not. But for film and stuff, I think it's pretty cool. My only complaint is that it is, the only thing I forgot to check is what the equivalent wattage is. I'm sorry, guys. But I think it's the equivalent wattage of a 60-watt bulb. And I wish it was a little bit brighter because you can control the brightness from the app. Hopefully you can see it actually getting brighter and darker. And I love that. So what I wish is that it was like the equivalent of like a 120-watt bulb. And then I could bring the brightness down if I wanted to. But that way I have a really great bright bulb normally. And there's other things, there's studies that are like linked to, in the winter in certain parts of the world, like there's not a certain spectrum of sunlight that comes through, then that can lead to depression. And there's, different hues of light that can help fight that depression. So there's some cool stuff with colored lighting that may be more beneficial to you. It's pretty much sunny all the time where I am in California. but I like it for the aesthetic, and it's great for gaming. Oh yeah, one of the other things you could do, it's called disco mode on here, but you can see the screen pops up, and if you go like boots 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 boots, because I'm not playing music, sorry, but as you can see, it reacts to the sound of my voice, and if you were playing music, it would react to the music. So it's kind of like you have your own. If you have a playlist set up on Spotify or something, you have your DJ, and then if you have this guy, a couple of these around your living room, then you have your lights. So it could be a really cool party tool. Um, I like that it's Bluetooth that helps bring the price down. But just to get back to the Wi-Fi thing real quick, I feel like if you bought a bunch of these around your house, um, it would be a lot more beneficial to have Wi-Fi because I feel like you could control a lot of them easier, and you wouldn't have to turn on Bluetooth on your phone. I rarely have Bluetooth on unless I'm using it for a specific purpose, like the light bulb in this case. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or things that I may forgot, please leave it down below. I'm happy to answer those. I appreciate you swinging by, and I also appreciate the enthusiasts that requested we do a little more in-depth look at this. I'll be sure to give you a shout out in the comments as well. But yeah, thanks again for swinging by. I'm just trying to flip through real quick and see if there's anything else that comes to mind. Um, as oh yeah, so you can also like use your camera to highlight a color, and then it will do that color. Again, it's kind of like it's a fun party trick or gimmick or something. Not something I would use every day, but like if you see a picture of something of a color you'd really like to replicate, you can do that pretty easily with this as well. But other than that, that's pretty much most of the functions. So I'm gonna go ahead and power down. Boo! And that'll be the end of the episode. Thanks for swinging by.